My story begins when I was about 8 years old. My sister Christina and her best friend were babysitting me, but they were messing with their Ouija board. My mother had thought that they had gotten rid of this thing weeks beforehand, but to no avail. My mother had told my sister things that had happened to her when she was younger, and swore that it brings bad presents through which follow you and are hard to get rid of. They were in the bedroom in the closet with candles around the board asking it questions like who, what, where, and when. The board gave them an answer. I can't remember the name of the person, but it also gave an address. It was on to a location on the main road called North Anthony Boulevard in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Her and her friend were determined to find out what this thing wanted to tell them. She packed up the board and had me get my shoes on to go with her. We drove around looking for the address, and it was really late and starting to get dark already. They finally found the address the thing, as I like to call it, gave them. It was a cemetery. This alone just freaks me out to this day. They take me with them into almost the center of the cemetery. We passed many statues and gravestones along the way. I was sitting by someone's headstone waiting patiently for them to finish what they were doing. The name given to them was next to them, and they had placed candles all around and on top of it. They began to ask it more questions. I'm not really sure what, but I do remember a few moments later my sister's friend was struck with terror of something that was said to them. Suddenly, the candles blew out and they turned to see one of the statues of an angel looking right at them. It was originally facing the other side of the cemetery. They ran screaming, leaving me behind. I got up and just remembered the terror that went through my body when I saw this statue. The face was so white and the eyes were hollowed out and black, but I could still feel that it was staring at me. Its mouth was open, almost like it was trying to say something. It terrified me. I ran out of there so fast and never, ever wanted to go back. Years later, I've still been trying to see if I can find any pictures of it online, but I haven't seen any yet. When I was about 14, my best friend had a sleepover birthday party. Being the silly little girls we were, we decided to make a Ouija board to use, not really knowing any of the rules, like making it say goodbye when we were done. After an hour or so, I wandered off to read some tarot cards and watched the rest of The Exorcist with the other couple of girls who didn't want to communicate with the spirits. Here's where it got weird. After I left, the spirit talking to my friends changed, as in it switched to a different spirit altogether. His name was Max, and he was looking for me. I've never known a Max in my life. All my friends yelled out what he was saying as it moved, and I was writing them off as them teasing me until he started giving them information about me that no one at the party knew. Things about minor abuse I was facing and other little things. That freaked me right out. I begged for them to stop playing, even after Max tried to convince me that he was not trying to hurt me. My friends were awesome and stopped playing before I started crying, and I thought that this was the end of it. The next time a Ouija board came out was the next year, and only one girl from the original party was among the group. We were baking a cake, so when the buzzer went off, she and I headed up to take it out of the oven. When we got back to the group, another girl turned to me and asked, "Who's Max?" Apparently he stuck around after that first time. If my friends want to use a Ouija board, they don't invite me over unless they want to speak to Max. He's always around. A few times in my life, I could have heard a voice calling out my name. It usually makes me stop for a minute. No more, but at least twice I had not stopped. I would have been in the path of a car going too fast to stop before it had hit me. I strongly believe Max has stuck around to be helpful, but had we not pulled out that Ouija board, I would never known about him. If you like what you heard, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. If you'd like to, you can follow me at Twitter. The handle is @FuzzyPantaloons, and I'll see you all next time.